Hi,
Nice.
everyone.
Hello.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's game of Grave of Consternation. I'm your DM, your host, your best friend, and nighttime lover, Fish. Joining us here today are my lovely and effervescent players, Sam, Jason, Mark, and my daytime and nighttime lover, Muty.
My
We out here.
Get used to it, Mark. It's going to be like this until who knows when.
So, one of our players is going to give us a recap of what happened last session. Who is volunteer or I pick?
Mark.
We all
Mark.
know you should not pick me.
Everyone went nose goes, dude. You missed it.
Damn
You
it.
missed it.
I was trying to fix because I'm trying to fix my shit.
Okay, fine. I will. I volunteer as tribute. There we go.
I don't remember.
So last time, we did some more investigating of how the hell we were going to get Princess Kostikal and ourselves out of the current situation in Dungrunglung. What we pretty much went over is that well, let's see. Sol, he decided to sort of beseech the people, get them to like the group, or at least him a little bit more, so they're less likely to, kill us outright. We also talked with the prince, Herman, and pretty much like went over what his whole game plan was, which turned out to be, dual Plugak, which works out in our favor. And we also got permission to use some special pigments, magical pigments, in fact, to help with the wedding, aka make a lovely portrait of Princess Kutskal, and we're able to create a likeness of her if sepia toned, to help make her disappearance less noticeable, hopefully. And then, during the night, Herman broke out of his prison cell by being a tiny grung and approached Plugak to initiate his duel. And we took the chance to escape. Sol distracting Rourke to allow Princess Koskal to escape with Duvanith around the side, and also to allow Duvanith to steal away Rourke's bag, which contains something of importance, but we're not sure what yet. I'll just know that Koskal told us to take it. And
It was
now,
a book, I think.
Yes, a book,
kind of
and
book.
also she's just take the whole thing in general. So maybe there's something else in there we don't right now. But now we are currently trying to get the hell out of Dodge before people notice, and hopefully, when we return, if we have to return, it will be Herman on the throne, and we won't be dead. So that, I think, covers everything that happened.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hell yeah!
All right. And as I set the scene, I need everyone to roll me initiative as the four of you, including Yoka, Eku, and Princess Koshkal, escape into the maze.
I cannot see Eku's token. Could you roll it for me, Fish?
What?
I can't see Eku's token on the map. Would you be able to roll initiative for me for her?
Yeah, Eku doesn't need to join yet.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Also, where are we?
Good question.
What?
There we are.
You had asked where we were.
Muty, do you have your normal mic?
I should.
Okay, it sounded like really far away, so I was really confused. That's all.
No, I'm facing away from it. It's like great.
Okay, no, you're good. It just sounded like it was across the room. I'm like,
Hi, Mom.
ah.
Spells time. While exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. If need be, you can turn it into a mouse and hide in a little pocket. Take a little nap. God, I'm nervous. Oh, shit.
All right, are we all rolled up? We are. Cool.
Get it, Jet. Fuck it up.
Fuck it up,
Alright.
yeah.
It's just a little after midnight. The moon is high up in the sky, lightly obscured by clouds warning of a storm. There's light rain coming down, again, billowing more like mist around everything, obscuring your feet, your hands. Most of you, half of the party, can't see more than what they can feel. And we start with the jet. As you guys have gone into the maze, you can see that most of the grung have situated themselves into watching and giving commentary on the fight. So far, nobody seemed to have noticed the groups leaving. Jet, what are you doing?
Jet is probably trying to like hold on to someone because he can't see shit right now. Are we in the maze?
Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Okay. Can I hold on to someone? Cause
I would also
Hold on
like,
to my arm, Jet. Hold on to my arm. And
would also
Cole
like
reaches
to-
out and like takes Jet's hand and pulls him next to him.
okay.
I would also like to hold on to someone when someone gets the chance, please, because I am also quite blind.
I will.
Do one if you take one.
I'm going to hold my action to cast a light.
All right, what's the trigger?
The second where I'm told we're in the maze.
Okay, so the second you were told you were in the maze, you were going to cast a light on...
My symbol, so that way it only reflects forward, and my body essentially like blocks it going backwards.
Okay, cool. On map, it's going to reflect 360, but that's just on the map.
Yeah, it makes sense if it like dimly goes behind us, but I don't want it to be like a torch kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm trying to block it.
Right. Okay, cool. So you hold your action until you're in the maze to light.
And I'll be right back in like 30 seconds.
Duvanus.
Okay. I'm going to tap Soul on the shoulder and say, just follow the sound of my voice for a bit. We'll get some light in the maze, and she'll go ahead and move into the entrance. At which point she'll sort of stop and look back at Cole and ask, "Which way are we going?"
I feel as if because this isn't the same. This is the same place where we went in or came out of? Correct.
There's only one
Way
entrance.
in and one way out for
Yeah.
humanoids.
Yeah.
Then
No way out.
we came in from. Since they're facing that, we came in from the left side. We could go either way. It's up to. Do we want to take the path that we already been and know, or try something new?
Kushkal is going to lean in, and by lean in, I mean she's talking into like Jet's shoulder blades. Um, the mazes change. You can't memorize them. I've tried to. They change every 15 minutes.
Okay.
Duvaneth will look at Cole and say, then we should go right, because they would probably think that we'd be going left, since that's the way we came in.
Oh, let's go right.
But we came in though.
All right. Duvaneth will go ahead and will pull one dagger, and then with her other hand start wringing out like her pants and clothes and things, because she's still soaked from recovering the princess in the bag. So
Swamp
she'll,
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Make me dexterity saving throws. The ground gives out beneath you.
Oh, shit.
great. Love that. Actually,
How much was it?
20.
A natural. You look so sad, Fish.
No, I'm just thinking really hard. Sorry.
Did anyone die?
Damn rogue.
Right?
Devon
so-
fell in a pit trap, maybe.
As the ground gives out beneath you, you take a second where you're sort of like suspended in air, and you circle your hands out to the side of you and gain your balance. In front of you it appears to be a spiked pit, and you can just under the sound of everything else, you can hear the gentle hiss of snakes.
Okay. Hole in the ground, spikes and snakes. Be careful. And that will conclude my turn.
Okay.
These events. Teehee.
Someone roll me a d20.
I got it. We'll go down a line. 5.
Okay.
Your immunity.
As you guys are sort of filtering into the maze from behind you, you can hear this unearthly, like, croak bellow of some kind, and then a high-pitched, like, Derang! And then another round of explosions that sort of like pop off, muddled by the distance and the enclosed structure of Nog statue. Yeah. So the doggo.
Okay, cool. So, Soul sort of felt where Duvaneth went. So, like, hands out in front of him, a little bit comically, but like, well, one hand's like out comically, the other hand like holding his Makahito down at his sides to make sure it doesn't like hurt anyone with it. He's like walks forwards carefully, like feeling the ground in front of him for that pit that Duvaneth mentioned.
Okay.
As far as he can get.
Jet, everyone is inside the maze except for you.
I'm holding on to Cole, so.
Okay,
Mhm.
so it's on. Okay, cool.
Yeah. You have felt Soul sort of like brush past you.
Okie dokie. Let me see something really quick. Cole's gonna cast Pass Without Trace.
Yeah, nice.
Oh boy, it's a concentration spell. Shit. Anyway.
Okay, who do you pick?
So almost everyone is within 30 feet of me, so I choose the gang.
And then I presume the NPCs.
Yes.
All
They're
right.
part of the gang.
You're able to cloak everybody. Do you want to describe how, flavor text, how that spell works?
So Cole, using the assistance of the cover of night, kind of takes out the ashes from the burned mistletoe and a sprig of spruce, and he kind of, what's a good way to it? He's, when you do paints, and he swirls it up, and he kind of like does look at the flick of the wrist, and the ashes cover everybody, and it looks like a little veil is going down around them.
It was a very quiet sneeze.
Well, we're being stealthy.
Is that your turn?
And he's going to yomp. Is there a check for anything that I need to do to get over the trap?
No. With Duvanith having warned you in the obvious hole, you can just kind of walk over it. It might be difficult for the other two who can't see, however.
Shit. So then in that case, he's gonna stay there and like help the others get over first before he goes over.
Okay.
In this case, he's gonna be at the back of the party.
And Jet is holding on to Koashok, so he's being
led over.
Yeah, passively dragged. Jet, you are inside the maze?
But I was not told, right? So the spell, anyways, the spell goes away. So he's gonna go, oh, are we in the, can I cast light?
You're officially, yes, we are officially in the maze.
Okay. Jet's going
It's French now.
pull the strings off that are connected to Mr. Symbol and cast light on it.
Nice. Give me 1 second. Let me... Okay, let's see if this works.
Hell yeah.
Woo! We can see!
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It looks the same to me.
Well, now you can see color.
Whoa.
It's green now. Yeah, Jet, your symbol erupts with a dim bluish light, and it illuminates the area around you. You and Solidago's body sort of blocking it off from where the Grung might be able to see it.
God, this is so much better. Okay, excuse me, Cole, and he's going to step over here, and just so that way, which way are we going?
This way.
Okay, Jet's going to 10. Can you give me your arm? Do you want to?
She'll extend her
15,
arm to...
20. And he'll stop at 25, and he'll stop right there, just so that way he's a light for everyone still. He's a light in everyone's life right now. Sorry.
Jet is the light in my life.
Aww.
Game.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Duvanith, what are you doing?
She's going to stay right where she's at and continue to assist people across and around the trap to make sure that nobody slips in. So she's pretty much just going to stay there, and I guess she'll hold her action to dash to follow the group once everybody's across.
Sounds good to me. D20.
I
My
rolled
turn.
last time, so Jason. Oh, or Moody. Depends on which way we want to go.
Eight.
Okay.
Don't worry about this part.
Don't worry about this part.
This is the part where you die.
Um,
Again, you hear a chorus of oohs and ahs, and then another eruption of light and hellfire. Behind you, you can kind of hear a chunk of the statue fall off and crash into the platform and then shudder off into the water, and it's loud. You can feel it in your chest. Eku, from somewhere behind you, kind of casually following along, says, I'm about to state the obvious. That is not good. So the doggo.
it's Solidaga's turn. And, yes. Aku, that is right on the money, I think. And he'll go 5. Fuck. He'll go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 to there, and we'll just sort of like he'll hold his action to dash to follow after everyone as needed.
Okay.
Gosh. For chewing.
Cole is just gonna hup himself over to the where I moved him.
Okay.
Also, for potential later reference, Jason, how does Duvanith feel about spider climb?
I mean, would if Cole was like, Duvanith, I'm going to cast a spell on you, she'd probably be like, okay. There would be a brief moment of panic, and then she'd probably get over it.
All right, cool. That's it.
Okay.
For him.
Everyone has crossed over the
The
trap. Vanith, does that proc your held action?
I would say no, because she is very intentionally, because Jet is kind of using his body to shield the light and everybody can see forward. She is staying in the back so she can watch to make sure nothing comes behind. So I would say no, she's going to follow behind.
Cool. Jet, your turn.
Alright, Jet will slowly move 5, 10. He's gonna peek around this corner just to see if there's anything here.
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay. 15. Oh, no. 15. He'll see this isn't good. 20. Sorry, Soul. And he'll wait there.
Nope, just go.
Are you
Ow.
sure?
I can follow the glowy, bouncy symbol.
Okay. 25. 30.
Actually, since my trigger was as needed, would this proc Souls need to see and get him to dash forward?
Sure.
Heck yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Okay. And he'll just like chill right on the end of that light with his sword at the ready.
Cool. Next time I'll be more ornery about the phrasing of your held action.
I appreciate that.
You muted.
Sorry. So as long as she remains the last person in line between us and the door, so like Eku, Yoka, Koshkal, and etc. With the exception of Cole, she will go ahead and move up.
Yeah, assume just for the maze that the NPCs are
Where they need to be.
In the party, basically. Okay. I was just, choosing my words carefully. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's going to go ahead and come to rest right here, and then she will hold her action to dash to close the distance and keep tight with the party once everyone moves past her. And that's it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna focus my brain for thinking on other things.
You got
A
it.
D20.
I just don't want to get separated. I think it's Mark now, right?
Mark.
Yep, we're going down the line. Right back at you. Worry about this part.
I think we might have to start worrying about this part.
Maybe.
Nope. Not yet.
No, there's just zombies piling up in the maze, like further on down the way.
No, it's the jawbone.
It's the jawbone. It's still.
It's yeah. So working its way down the
Again, you hear the sounds of fighting. You hear someone go, "Drang, galang," and then like the horrible squelching sound that just seems amplified by how quiet the rest of the night is.
That sounds like Herman or Plutek.
And then you hear something else. Maybe smell it. So the doggo, it's your turn.
Soul will hold his action until Jet has moved forward to a point that he can no longer hold it. I'm thinking of a good way to phrase this. Soul will move forward. Will hold his action to dash and move forward once Jet has illuminated this path.
Cool. Koshak.
He's gonna move forward. Just there.
Woo!
That was his dash, and therefore his turn.
Okay. Everything is all good here.
Yay!
Woo!
Jet, your turn.
Alright, Jet's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20. Excuse me, Cole, 25, 30. And he'll try to see down the line that the light is giving to see if he sees anything.
Alright, perception check. It's all good.
May I move forward?
I don't see anything yet. And that's it.
Good to know.
Does that proc Soul's held action?
That is up to you, honey. You guys are procking your own held actions.
Okay. As long as you say so. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 30 to there. To there, let's say. Yeah. Beauty, now it's your turn.
Duvaneth.
Nope.
Koshak just took his turn.
Muted.
Thank you. All right, so her held action just proc to stay close to the group. She's going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. She will go ahead and stay there and will once again hold her action to keep up with the group.
Tweet.
You.
D20.
It's Muty this time.
Oh boy, 14.
Oh boy. First roll up of a 10.
All right. Yeah. Nope, don't worry about anything. Again, that smell sort of permeating through the maze gets stronger, being carried on a soft wind that only seems to happen in this maze. It doesn't smell good.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
I know that, like, they're. Don't worry about it, but nothing's been happening in the maze yet.
Again, the fighting continues. This time there's more eruptions. You can hear the very distinct voice of Plugak cry out in betrayal and alarm as he goes, I'm going drunk.
The absolute drama.
So the doggo.
A moment. Sorry, I had to quick write down a note. Can Soul try to figure out what that smell is?
Sure, it's gonna be your action.
That's fine.
Perception.
A perception? Oh. Oh well.
We all know how wise Soul is.
The answer is 0.
It's definitely familiar, and it's definitely not good.
Not great.
Zambos.
It's familiar, but not too familiar. But not too not familiar. And he'll go 5, 10 to there, just to like make space for everyone else.
All right. Koshi.
All right, he's gonna.
Hup, 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 hup.
Oh man, he's gonna pause right here and be. So, which direction do you think we should go?
Make a dexterity saving throw.
3. Pray for your boy.
Oh.
Wrong thing. Forgive me.
Okay.
no.
So as you're sort of walking forward and you brush past Duvana, literally just as your feet scooch like a millimeter more than hers, the ground, again, gives out beneath you, and you fall into a pit of wooden snakes.
Of wooden snakes or wooden steaks?
Snakes. But there's also snakes in there too. Give me 1 second, I have to recalculate fall damage.
There's no way that my dangerous sense would help with any of this, is there?
Where are you?
I'm like right next to Kawashak.
Oh,
Completely forgot you moved past it.
No, I was gonna say, wouldn't you have fallen in then?
Oh well.
Yeah. He like
Sorry.
He
Okay.
jumped. He did a big dragon jump.
Yeah.
He went to Dubana's left, and Cole went to Dubana's right.
Yeah. Also, Soul would have been like keeping on the edge, like not like hand on, like hand grazing the hedge, just so he like knows where he's going. So it's possible he would have missed it that way.
Okay.
Oopsie.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You take 2d10 piercing damage and 4d10 poison damage. Oh,
Oh,
wait,
shit.
con saving throw.
Oof.
What was your roll?
16 for the piercing damage.
So don't forget to roll a con save.
I am. 13.
All right, you just pass as the damage and stuff is sort of the poison is seeping in. You're able to kind of shrug off the more aggressive effects. So you take 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 damage in total from the pit.
Where did the 19 come from?
The +3 from fall damage.
Oh, true.
Just gonna backtrack you a little bit. You are currently stuck in a 10-foot deep pit, Koshak.
There's snakes in here. He'll be fine. He'll just
They're
make
all like-
friends with them.
Oh, also, I need a con save to keep control over Pass Without a Trace.
Oh shit.
Hold on, let me look at Warcaster feat really quick.
Oh, what you had to
Wait, you got a Warcaster feat and literally never mentioned it until now?
You get advantage on the roll.
Yeah.
That's some big brain feat taking right there.
Mhm.
You never mention when you take Warcaster to the DM.
I got played by my partner. What were you going to tell me? But have you been?
What do you mean?
I can't believe you're taking feats behind my back.
Oh wow.
You said I could take a feat.
I thought this was a partnership.
I thought you were paid. Turns out you're just spam.
Bruh.
Okay, anyway. Advantage on...
What happened to your HP?
What do you mean what happened to my HP?
I can't see it.
For some reason, it's just never worked for mine.
Okay.
It was working just a second ago. I was looking at it.
Alright, so pray for you, boy. 10.
As you sort of take the damage from it, the soft incantation and focus on keeping the ashes swirling over everybody drops. And yes.
It's the DC is 10. If it's under 20.
So the max damage, if it's cut in half, like the damage the person takes is cut in half, it's below 10, it automatically goes up to 10 as a DC. So,
So that
Oh, okay.
means-
so they
Then
took
you keep
19
it.
Yeah, they took 19, it would go up to 10.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
Okay, so what are you doing for your turn?
Oh, he's gonna try and get out of the pit.
All right, cool. I'm thinking. Yeah, I think you can
He's
safely
gonna-
do that. It's going to take 20 points of movement to do that.
He's going to apologize to the snakes for disturbing them. And then climb out of the pit.
They're chill.
Tell your friends.
Hit you, bro. We're good.
Mhm. It's fine.
It's fine. We understand.
Okay. Anything else with your turn? Okay. You have safely gotten out.
Woo!
Oh yeah, soloing around that, I think.
Yeah, we had like a 10-minute
No.
conversation about it.
No, you're good. I that was to myself more than.
All right, top of the corner, Jet. What's up, honey?
Jet's going to 5, Oh, that's. Are you okay?
He's fine. Just got stabbed a little.
Okay. 15? Oh god. 20. Okay, which way?
That's what I was asking. Probably, go right again.
This way? He points in the direction of the ping.
Yes.
Okay. 20, 25, 30. And he's gonna look down this bitch.
All right, make a perception check as you're sort of surveying around.
Girl.
As you're sort of observing, you can see that the thorns making up the maze seem to tighten and then loosen in some aspects. So there's something is changing in the maze.
Shit.
I don't see anything but the plants are moving. That's my.
Oh, that means the image is changing.
All right. Am I up?
Was it your turn, Jet?
Yes, that was it.
Do you
All
want
right.
it?
All right. She's going to go ahead and go forward and meet with Jet. Step past him, and she is also going to utilize her action to dash to right here. And as she comes to sort of the precipice of the end of this hallway, she will utilize her bonus action to use her eye for detail to look at the floor to see if there are any indicators of like a trap, like a crease or a reed mat or something that would be a object which she could potentially look for that might indicate if this particular hallway area is trapped.
Okay. Roll me that investigation.
Oh, investigation? Sorry.
All right, with that 15, you can just see that the floors itself aren't trapped, but as you're sort of like glancing around and you just barely catch it out of the side of your eye, there's the tangling of the roots and the thorns and the knotted on the wall right over here look a little bit thinner than what the west
So like over here,
over here.
I am not seeing the ping. Sorry.
Over.
Oh, all the way back there?
That was my thing. Sorry.
Oh,
No, it's like
like directly in front of me?
one second.
Sure. Sorry.
No, totally. Do you see the purple dot?
Yes. So that like corner looks like it's has like a bunch of weaker vines almost.
A little bit. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. That part right there. It's like
Okay.
around the corner.
Oh, okay. So like just around the corner, it looks like the vines are like a little bit weaker, or like they could be broken through. Okay. Juvanith will look back and say, "It doesn't look trapped up here, but there looks like there's a weak section of vines. Could be a creature's nest, or maybe some sort of secret passage door." And that will be her turn.
Okay. Someone roll me a d20.
Echo.
My turn. My turn. There we go. 16. Rolls are getting
We're
better.
fine, guys.
Better or worse? Better or
Maze
worse?
events. Fuck it.
You hear sort of an unearthly. It's not a growl, it's not a roar, it's not a grumble, it's not a rumble. It's just a sound. And it echoes inside of all of you. And for a brief second, it sort of just like trembles all of you. And it's very distant, it's very out of the way, but it does happen.
So you're saying there's a chance?
But so did it sound like it was coming from Nang Nang's statue, or
No.
Great.
Like from
Love that.
out.
From outside the maze.
Love that.
Love that.
Along with the smell. Dang.
I'm sorry, Fish. I was really hoping that you'd read that right in the middle.
I did.
Fucking-
I just caught myself in time.
Fucking
There's
Z-Rex.
a chorus of sounds, and it's all muffled. You can't discern anything that's being talked about, but you could hear like infighting start to go on, some shrieks of shrill pain, and another explosion rings out, and this time you hear more crumbling from Nog Nog's statue.
Well, I don't think that Plugak is going to win back any favors with Nine by destroying her temple, but, excuse me, Koashok. No, fuck. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And then he'll hold his action to throw. Can he try to discern what that sound was?
Sure. You can use your action to do that.
I will do so because I can't really use my action for anything else right at the moment.
You can't dash.
He can see up to here right now. What would I be rolling?
Perception.
Okay. Oh, 17.
You've kind of heard something like it during one of the bigger events at the Colosseum. You've also heard a distorted sound of it during the Camp Vengeance encounter.
It's a zombie dinosaur.
No, it's not a zombie dinosaur. It's an alive dinosaur. I might suggest us being very careful when we go out. I think what we're hearing right now is a T-Rex.
Koshak is going to take a stab at trying to figure out what the smell is as he follows the group.
Okay.
All right, what must be rolled?
Perception. Our nature.
Damn, Koshak gets nature.
A druid getting a nature check? Who'd have thought?
Can you guys hear my cat snoring?
No,
No,
bring
but
your
that
mic
sounds
close to
adorable.
him.
He's so loud.
We can't hear him, which is hilarious.
That's what that gate is for on your mic there, Fish. That's why none of y'all can hear the AC in my room right now.
Yeah, the little like puff ball foam thing.
Yeah, the pop filter.
Kovashok, with the 14 nature, it's definitely a sort of sweet decomposition.
So it's more it's zombie related, but not necessarily zombies.
It could be a safe bet. Is that your turn?
So like fruit decomposing instead of bodies decomposing. All right, yeah, he's gonna continue forward up here until he's right there.
Duvoneth will motion towards the area where the vines look weak to Cole.
We didn't see the dot before, so you'll have to like actually ping it.
Oh, I see the dot.
Oh well.
Let me put the dot where it actually is.
Oh.
It's a secret
Kozak
base.
is going to take a look at it, but he could. I don't know if he can do 2 nature checks in the same.
No, I think you've just about exhausted your turn.
Yes. All right, that's it.
Quiet down. Hi.
Let the man snore.
Let the old man snore.
Literally, you're the only one that can hear him, so it's not as cute as we want it.
Nice way.
So, oh my god, I almost called Cicero Soul. Soul also does. Cicero does the snore as well.
Great.
I'm
no,
sure Soul also snores.
He probably does.
Probably.
he's gotta.
Just gonna
Oh,
go
definitely.
5, 10, 15, excuse me, 20, 25. Duvoneth, is it safe to step out there?
Yeah, just be careful. There's a vine thing that direction.
Okay, I'm gonna step right. Can I step right here? And he's going to point to this square right there. Okay. 30. Yeah, I'm waiting for a drop.
Woo!
Does he see anything in this area right here?
1 second, let me show it again.
This spot right here.
With Duvoneth having pointed it out, you do see a section where the wall is thinner than the rest.
Oh shit. Do you think
Worm?
we could probably push through that?
Through the thorns?
Well, it's a thin area compared to everything else. Possibly?
I cast the bark skin on myself. It won't hurt as much. I might be able to push
Well,
through.
not for you, but what about
Well,
us?
won't hurt as much for you.
I can try and make the vines make a space.
Wait, you can turn into a creature, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything big that you could like push yourself into and we can crawl under you so that way you cover the thorns?
An owl bear, maybe?
That'd be fluffy. Anyways, sorry. But anything big so we could possibly the creature would take the thorns and we could crawl under and not get hurt and then you just come out on the other side.
I'm only level 6. I'm only level 6 yet. There's only so much I can turn it into.
Eku's going to lean in from where she's in her plot convenience spot, and not recognizing that Jet has light activated, she's going to kind of thrust her staff in everybody's face, like pressing it against their lips. I can use this to hoist up the thing. It's my staff.
I have one of those too. He holds his up like in front of his face and pushes her staff away when she pushes it.
I just kind of assumed because they were magic, it wouldn't be that simple.
I have a shield.
I can also use my Makahitos to try to cut through some of the vines.
I also have a shield.
It's honestly, it's a fast
You
way
have
to
a
get out.
shield?
That's what I'm thinking because of how thin it is. We could honestly maybe try to push out.
Unless it's a trap of some sort.
Well, yes, but we have an expert trap person. And he looks at Duvanov, who's already fallen in one.
Are we saying expert? Because I'm not comfortable with that.
Subject matter expert.
Also, Kushko's gonna kind of like lead it a bit and go. Also, the Grung aren't that smart. They're not. They don't really. I don't think they'd be that clever.
I mean, I kind of assumed that the Grung didn't design the ever-changing magical maze, but
Oh.
if you want, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah, see if it's thin, and if we can push through instead of going through the maze, we have a chance to get here out ahead here faster before they notice. Instead of running through a maze, they could probably swim under.
Cool. Is it my turn?
Yes, actually.
I know. That's why I said that. All right. Duvanov is going to go ahead and hugging close to the walls. Stop, and she's going to get low and inspect it. And as she does so, she's going to utilize the dagger that she has in one of her hands to kind of like poke it slightly to see if it reacts.
Deep. All right. Recap what you're doing.
So she moved over to it, sticking close to the maze walls, and then she's now getting down and looking at it, and then we'll go ahead and use her action, I guess, to probe it with her knife to see if it can be cut.
All right. It definitely can't be cut. You can't like pierce through any of the thorns, but it kind of hangs almost like a curtain. Like you're able to just easily sort of push the thorns aside, and they just sort of like wiggle uselessly like worms on a string.
Oh.
Worms on a string.
So can I push it aside and see what's on the other side?
You sure can.
All right, I will do that, I guess.
The T-Rex is just waiting right there.
Just looking
Yeah.
right at her. Well, it has to see her first.
Yeah,
Alright.
you just gotta stay completely still. Those are the rules, right?
Give me 1 second.
I believe so.
According
I
to
am-
the famed novel Jurassic Park. Just saying.
I am about to complete. Okay, 1 second.
The series of scrolls.
Oh, it should be called Tyrannus Park. Excuse me, not Jurassic. 'cause,
Tyrannus Park.
Copyright, you know.
Yeah. Oh, hold it. I have to look up a.
Oh no, why did I do that to myself?
Why did you do that to yourself?
Okay, it's about to get really janky for a second.
Sure.
Okay.
Wait,
Godspeed.
I can fix this. I'm gonna just kind of move you a little bit, Duvanith.
Nope.
It's Cretaceous Park.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. They're thinking
Okay.
of making
And
it a
really, so as you sort of have just like pushed aside the vine, you had walked a little bit into like a spear point, and there's two people on the other side, both of them extremely beautiful, man and a woman, both Chulten, both pretty. The man is particularly powerfully built, and the woman is like the definition of slim. And the man will go, okay.
Good evening.
So,
Good evening, the woman will say, kind of leaning in and waving.
Can I help you?
Sam, can you reconnect, please?
I did.
And as you say that, we move on to.
wait, did you say something, Fish?
Did I?
No, after Duvana said, "Can I help you?"
No, we're skipping along for, narrative fun timing purposes.
Okay.
Making sure shit wasn't broken, that's all.
D20?
Jason, it's your turn.
Boo. I don't wanna.
Too
Oh,
bad.
hold it, we got a frozen screen. I can still hear you though, so you don't.
What was it?
10.
Okay. Don't worry about this part.
Bitch!
Um,
Who's that?
the woman is going to kind of step forward. My name is Namira. We're from the Ashau tribe. We heard from someone that there was like a princess stuck in here and that the Grong were keeping slaves. And we thought, this is my friend. He's kind of my boyfriend, but like we're not that serious. It's really more of like a night thing, where like he keeps me company, but really we're more focused on our actual boyfriend. So really, it's more like I'm Namira, and this is Isham. Isham's my boyfriend's boyfriend.
This is a lot of information that isn't helping me, you, or anybody else.
Yes, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we are currently trying to.
You are not here.
So you're not even
Oh,
close.
fair.
Duvanath will just say, Princess Bit, we already got her. We're trying to get her out of here. If you're on board with that, I'm gonna pull my friends through. We got like 6 people behind me that need to come through this hole.
Okay, cool. We can totally wait here, and we super want to help. We super want to help. This is so exciting.
Okay, well, if you want to help, stop looking at me and start looking out at the jungle where the bad guys come from.
Right, like the ghouls and stuff. We passed by a gorilla zombie. Did you know that? They're so big.
Yeah, I killed like 2 of them. It's not a problem. Just
Okay, I'm looking this way, and then she'll turn.
at this point, Duvanath will look back and be like, yeah, there's a hole in the maze wall over here.
Oh, that's good.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
My dad.
Night, Dad.
Okay, Namira is going to about face and stare intensely into the jungle.
Yeah.
Good job.
Fighting swells and gathers in a cacophony of sound. Pluguk stands in the middle of his victim's son and the man he thought was going to stand behind him. And he thrusts his arms out as a dagger and a spear penetrate him both times. The dagger driving in and breaking one of his hearts, and the spear piercing through and collapsing his lung and his other heart. He dies instantly. Blood gathering underneath him, dripping off of his body. And silence falls over the Grong as the Plugak the Conqueror dies. So the doggo, it's your turn. You have no idea that happened.
Well, I hope everything is going all right over by the. I hope Herman's okay. I don't know if you could defeat Plugak, but you know, you have to.
Let's go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I can't see any further in front of me.
Okay, and Duvanath has disappeared.
Duvanath, where'd you go? I can't see you.
Through the thin thorns, soul.
Hi! Oh my gosh, is this one of your friends?
Okay, so Soul's going to, be more careful and sort of, gently step out into the shadow for his last 2 points of movement. So,
Great. Are you walking past it? Are you going through the thorns?
He moves to where he currently is, which is as far as he can go.
Okay.
Well, he could dash actually. So he would then go 5 bump 10, 15, 20. Because he doesn't know where it is. He's blind right now. 25.
Even with Jet facing the way he is?
Where is this again? No, because I can't see where Jet is, because Jet's light only sees so far.
Yeah, my cut is pretty bad. Like, I see like a little bit of this purple where the arrow, I'm assuming, is, so I can't even see the opening.
Okay, so is that your turn?
Yep, Soul is sort of wandering. Like, it's like, is this? Am I close now?
Okay, and Koshak, because it takes your turn. So the doggo, just a little under the sound of the earth, you can hear dirt kind of being crunched, or maybe possibly being dragged.
Don't like that.
Koshak, it's your turn.
Kojak is going to step up here. Okay, I see where the arrow is. Is it possible for him to like take Jet with him, like grab his arm again and make sure that they both are able to move?
Yeah,
All right, cool.
that will be a grapple check that Jet can voluntarily fail.
Grappling Jet now. And through the thing. Through.
Okay, so you're going through the thorn wall,
Yes.
the both of you?
Well, I'm gonna say he pushes because he probably realizes that Soul like is not on the like he peeks through, sees Soul's not on the other side, and then just motions for Jet to go through.
Right. Jet, you kind of go through, bumping solidly into Ivanith.
Oh,
And-
really quick. Sorry, really quick. Cole is going to turn to Jet. Feel free to say no, but I need to ask if I can see the thing you have casted light on.
Say again.
I need to go make sure that Soul can see where we are, and I need the thing that has the light for him to see.
Okay. And he'll take the necklace off and like put his hand through. So he'll. Wait, where's Soul?
Soul ran off.
Soul was trying to find where the thing was, but he was blind.
Oh, so I actually literally have to hand it to you. Okay.
Yes.
Shit. Jet will reluctantly give it to you.
Cole takes it very carefully and holds it kind of like a flashlight. So like this. Continue, Fish. Sexy.
Thank you. That was a 20 cheeky nuggy, a large fry, and a Coke burp right there.
Hell yeah.
So, Jet, as you're sort of pushed through, what you see in front of you are two exceptionally beautiful Chultans. One's a powerfully built man. The other one's the definition of slim woman. The man is like stoic and reserved and like kind of like this, and the woman is like waving with both hands, bouncing on her heels, just so excited to see you.
Literally, because he doesn't have dark vision, he sees blobs and he's like,
He's so scared. He's like, oh no.
Devoneth, which one are you?
At that point, Jet will just feel like a hand grab his vestments and like swing him out of the way.
Um,
What the fuck? I can't see. Oh god, he has my.
Jet, it is your turn.
He has my fucking medallion. Jet's gonna just stand next to Devon, kind of scared out of his fucking mind because he can't see shit. And there's a blob freaking out in front of him, and he doesn't know anything about this. He's just gonna stay quiet and just be like, He's gonna like hum to himself because he's trying to keep calm.
Isham is going to speak, and he'll lower his spear, sort of surveying the area, and he's kind of half looking at the group. Great. Who else are we Oh, hi. Hi, Aku. Hi, Isham. Hi, Goblin. Hi. I'm Yuka. Okay. Princess. And how do you know I'm the princess? Yes. And who else are we expecting?
Two more, Cole and Soul.
Got it. Devanith, it's your turn. There's 2 people in front of you.
Great. Yeah. She'll stick her head like back through the weak portion of the weak portion of the maze wall and like see what she sees.
Koashok, you thrust your head out and the top of your head brushes against Koashok's arm.
Goodness.
Cole, where's
Yes.
Soul? Where's Soul?
He ran forward because he was trying to find where we were, but because, he's blind, he
Where are you
didn't see where we
guys?
went. Soul, follow the sound of my voice.
Oh, I don't know where your voice is. There's a lot of.
Can he see the dim light? Because he was pointing it towards where.
I don't believe he can.
Yeah, currently he's like facing this way, so it's like to his back right now. But if he turns around, he can see the light, but he hasn't turned around yet.
Cole, switch with me, and Dubanith will utilize her movement. And 1, 2, 3, 4,
Where did you
5,
go?
6,
Oh fuck.
7.
Tag team. It was a passing of a baton.
And at which point she'll sort of run up behind Soul and, saying nothing, no warning whatsoever, just grab onto the back of his shirt and like twist it. And then we'll say, "Come on, we gotta go." And she will hold her action to follow along with Soul as they go back to where they're gonna go, guiding him if I can do that.
Oh yeah, I think that's totally... I think this will be a good time to drop out of initiative, as we're all sort of cleared out of the maze and stuff.
Well, unless something really cool happens with the maze events, and don't worry about this part.
Oh yeah, that's right. D20.
Mark, this is you.
Cool. Rumbling. And... Okay, we are not doing that because I went through all of that hard work. Did the tornado drop for everybody?
Nope. You
Okay.
have to...
Exit out of it.
Yeah.
We drop out of initiative and everyone has gathered. Let me just move
Oh,
y'all's
that's where it is.
tokens.
Can
oh,
I
oh,
have
God,
that
okay.
back, please?
Oh, as soon as Cole went through the hedge, he like held out the thing. He held out the sign of Mishra to Jet with both hands.
Jed will happily take it back and quickly put it on him and just like kind of hold it, but make sure the light is still going for Soul.
I appreciate that. Hello. He says to the two handsome Ashowans in front of him.
Hello. Are you Cole?
No, I am Solidago.
Oh,
Cole
we'll turn.
takes a deep ass breath and steps forward.
Ishiam will turn to Cole. Cole, you must be Cole, right? And the slim girl next to Isham will do an about face and go, "Hi, I'm Namira. This is my boyfriend's boyfriend, Isham. I'm Namira."
No, that was so
Even though we like share a boyfriend, I'm definitely his favorite. My boyfriend's, that is, not Isham's. I'm pretty sure Isham's favorite is this like milkmaid type of girl that's there, but like
Devoneth is
no.
rubbing the bridge of her nose.
This
is all-
a pleasure, I'm sure.
Thanks. I think that sounds like a really backhanded compliment. And Isham will place a hand on her shoulder and breathe in deeply and go, "Right.
This is all well and good, but can we continue on?
Yeah, this is
Oh.
the most lackluster non-reunion reunion I've ever seen. Can we...
Yes, of course. We're all going to have to be quiet. We passed by quite a lot trying to get here.
Well, I still have this weird ash on me, so...
My apologies. My friends will be able to stay well hidden. You two will have to fend for yourselves.
Fuck.
Shit.
Thank you. I believe that'll be more than... Yeah, we'll be more than capable of doing that. I mean, it's not like we walked all the way here, surviving through the jungle, getting past zombies and undead and like other stuff.
Yes, it all
because
sounds
we're
very
totally... and as, like, you're sort of cutting her off, and then Mira, like, cocks her head, and as she's about to take a big old deep breath, Mashronari will like lean forward and go, "Shut the fuck up."
When Duvanith goes to cut her off, Cole just has this little smirk on his face.
Right, let's...
Bonus.
You guys all make stealth checks.
Plus 10
As-
to the gang.
Cole, can I hold on to you? I don't want to have the light on.
Yes, you can hold on to me.
Thank you.
Devoneth is currently in another dimension. 30 stealth check.
Cole, I would also... Mr. Goshawk, if you wouldn't mind, I would also like to hold on to you. Oh, jeez.
So 14, 2 14s, a 19, and a 30.
It sounds
Yeah.
pretty well balanced, you know?
Yeah.
Sounds like a 25 of a mid-range, you know what I mean?
Yeah. 19, 14, 14, 30.
Stepping out of the literal ether.
Just one quick thing.
As if Duvanith needed any more stealth assistance.
What's real crazy is that number's about to start going up again too next time we level
Yeah.
up. So it's gonna start getting real bonkers, and I'm living for it.
Mhm.
Because that was actually a low roll. That was an 11 on the
Oh
dice.
my god. Fuck off. Wait, that means like you could have gotten like what a 39.
Yeah, later in the campaign, Bri, I'm gonna get a 45, and I'm just gonna like turn up in Eberron.
Shit, I went too far.
We play Descend into Avernus, and we're in like the 9th circle of hell. Duvanith's just like,
It's like,
oh.
oh,
Wrong
Sorry.
campaign. Sorry, I'm gonna...
Wrong staircase to hide in, my bad.
I see myself back. Sorry.
Wait, no, say...
What
Devon
level
ends
are
up getting
you?
romanced by Hendrik just because she happens to be... She walks into fucking Barovia.
That's who, like, actually they're fighting Strahd, and then like he steps out of the ether. Devon like, and leaves.
Yeah, we retcon the past 2 years.
To do a Back to the Future bit with Duvanin.
Yeah.
I approve of this.
You wait for Descent into Avernus. We go and do Back to the Future bits.
Oh my
All right,
God.
as you guys are sort of sneaking out,
Oh, fuck.
you can see it sort of tumbling in out of the forest, vines and stuff tangled in their feet and their bodies, an amassed group of, well, most of you can see a group of like ghouls and ghast sort of lumbering closer and closer to the maze. Can you, for the people of dark vision, can you actually say that?
Yeah.
Because Cole for me right now still has the light on him, so I can see it.
Okay, let me remove that.
Yeah.
Oh, I finally get to use my favorite spell.
Again.
Cole cast Spike Growth. It's super effective.
Come at me, bitch.
All right,
Cool, go.
they.
No, that's not Cole. Where'd Cole go? Because Cole's... Oh, he's like... There you are.
He's literally
So-
just vibing.
Schools
go.
coming out of the jungle, just vibing, you know.
Vibin'!
He's
Yeah, they're
vibing. New boot goofing.
New boot goofing. I don't even know what that's from, but I want to know.
It's from Reno.
Okay. Is-
Duvanith will relay that she can see about 6 of them.
So we'll pull out his Makohitl, which was already out.
Should I not cast light then?
We should just go.
I can't see a thing.
We should go that direction.
I don't see where you're pointing.
Duvanith will just grab Soul and turn him and point him away from the jungle.
I don't see where that.
1 second.
You'll have to like actually point in a direction because Soul can't see.
It appears that the two, again, you can recognize what must be ghasts leading the group. Blue inverted triangles tattooed on their forehead. They appear to have not taken notice of the group.
Ooh.
Namira has like a switch turned on when you pointed out the gas. She slinks to the floor, almost blending in with the environment around her. Isham seems a little more out of his league. He sticks out a bit more, unable to kind of manipulate the spear in a way that's meaningful, but between all of you, you appear to not have caught the scent. You can try to leave.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Soul just holds on to the back of Duvanith's cloak.
Okay, the one thing Duvanith will do is, we have not established whether or not the princess has dark vision or not.
She's human.
The princess is holding onto Yoka like a kid on the buddy system.
Okay, so she has a guide?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, then, yeah, does Cole have jet?
Yes, and Soul.
Cool. Bye. I'm going to make my way away from them the best I can.
And you do that easily. Between all of you, even Solidago's ganked stealth, you all just barely slip away from the maze, the various ghouls and ghasts that have gathered, and who knows what else. And you safely escape from Dungrung Glung in the sweet, sweet cover of night.
Cool.
Let's go 2K experience points.
We live, bitch.
Yeah, that's the real benefit here.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
We need to find a place to make camp.
Yes.
We need to update our map of how we're sleeping.
Yes.
God. We've Tomb of Annihilation is supposed to be group focused. We've got an entire 6 people at least.
I know.
We have human pets.
No, now we
No
have
comments.
we have 8
You
people
know,
now.
You know who had human pets?
The Grung had human pets.
Yeah.
No,
Oof.
they had slaves. We at least care about these people. There's a difference.
God,
these
no
these
comments.
random 2 super attractive people who just happen to be looking for us. No, fuck no. I don't trust them. Like
We're
I
shit.
will fucking kill them in their sleep.
But no, let's let the goblin continue following us.
The
Listen,
goblin has done
the
nothing. The
We
goblin
can
has
kill the
done
goblin
nothing.
so easy, and ever since he's done nothing.
The
Yeah.
These
goblin's
2
done
new
nothing.
people.
The goblin tried to steal our shit. We just killed its friends first before this
Yeah,
one.
But
Yeah,
but
the
he's
difference
been
is the
good
goblin
for
has
the past 2 weeks.
the goblin has big eyes, and that makes it cute.
Exactly. And
These
also-
humans could die. I don't give a shit.
And also, they legit came out fucking nowhere. Like, did they
Yeah,
even have
Yoka-
packs on them?
Yoka's endeared themselves to me and has no way of contacting their goblin brethren. What are these 2 doing out here?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
goblins
I don't
belong
trust
out in
these
the
fuckers
jungle.
either. But I'm
Humans
just
do
saying,
not.
there's different rule sets for the amount of cute eyes that either of them have.
Yeah, that's how hangers on to the party work. Mark, where have you been?
In Logic City, excuse me.
Let's take a 5-minute. Let's wait 2 minutes, and then we'll take a 5-minute break.
Okay.
You guys want to set up camp?
Yeah, a proper camp. I
Yeah,
think
once-
of this time.
Once we feel like we have enough distance and all that good stuff,
Mhm.
and
Oh shit, let me get
Go ahead, Mark.
open the
No, I was just
table.
gonna say it'll get the princess at least an exhaustion away.
Yeah.
It's Cole that has the exhaustion.
Cole
right
has the
now.
exhaustion.
princess
And
still
the
has-
princess also has 4 exhaustion.
She has 4 still.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh, it only does one. Yeah.
yeah, Duvanith will at some point like lean in to Cole and will like say, "We really need to figure out how we're gonna watch these people. I don't trust them."
No, you and me both. You and me both.
Insight check.
Go ahead.
Does Cole know these people? Is mostly what I'm wondering.
Alright,
Oh,
let's see.
no. I'm gonna go with like 14.
14. As I cannot roll below a 14.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You can GM roll it to me.
Hell yeah.
This is about to get interesting.
Okay. Alright. Dope skis.
Who the fuck is
This
this
is-
scout person?
Okay. It's your call on how to describe that.
You don't know how Cole knows these people, but you can tell for some reason or another he knows of them and that he does not like or trust them either.
Cool. Duvanith will shoot him a knowing glance in a way, and then we'll just sort of nod and like presumably like disappear into a tree or something.
Like elves do.
Yeah, just elves shit. There you go. Got us to 750.
Mhm.
All right. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna try and get this off as quickly as possible. As you guys are walking through the jungle, the Namir is going to look back at you guys and sort of go, and we're working with another Ishao guys. He said that he knows you guys. Azon, you know him?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Well, I guess he can explain, like, what all this business is when we run into him. And sure enough, as you guys sort of set up camp and are getting everything situated, Azon in dark garb and what might be armor made out of bones or something like that will sort of step out of the ether, same as Dugoneth, but like cooler.
less swamp ass.
Azon featuring less swamp ass.
Yeah. And you guys set up camp for the night as we take a 4-minute break.
Woo.
We'll be right back, guys.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Grave of Consternation. I'm your DM, your host, and your lover for 5 more hours. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful, sexy evening. We've joined the group as they've made camp just a little after 3 a.m., having taken quite a bit of time going through the jungle, going through the maze, and finding themselves a comfortable and safe spot. Joining with them is the usual suspects: Eku, Yoka, Princess
acquired.
Marjanoy Kushkal of Omu, Namira, Ishyam, and Azon, who's the husband of Yopal. Maybe. It's a gorgeous night, and you've all just barely gotten your tents up. Most of you still kind of carrying the high of last night's, well, literally 3 hour, you know what I mean. You guys are in camp.
So, finishes putting up his tent, and will turn to Princess Kushkal and say, "If nope, she doesn't hear now. I don't mind sleeping outside if you need a place to rest, Princess."
Am I going to have to be sharing it?
That's a good question. It is technically our only two-person tent. We are kind of short on tents, actually. It's kind of an issue. It's either that or outside.
Yeah, but I have to, share it?
Yes.
I didn't even have to share a tent when I was with the Grung.
Well, they were going to sacrifice you and keep you pure, so...
Yeah. But at least I didn't have to share my tent with anybody.
Alright. I'm
Giovanna-
sure the outside will be lovely then.
Duvaneth will say, she can use mine, I'll trance under a tree or something.
Cool. That brings me to my next. So the dogger brought up a really good point. Do any of you have a sleeping bag that I can use?
No.
He,
You can borrow mine while I'm not using it.
a bedroll.
Sure.
I'm asking on a mechanical, what would it be called in my inventory?
It would be a bedroll. Oh, sorry, that's a fish question.
Yeah, I think it's a bedroll or yeah.
You can use mine. I had been thinking about throwing it into the river since I'm hardly using it anymore, but I've been lugging it around.
Thank you. I'll make sure to reward your generosity some point. Cool.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to retire. Great. And then she'll just kind of walk into the tent like she owns it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have to catch a dish again.
Duvaneth will remove her bag from the tent as well.
And she'll stick her head out. Can I have my bag?
Duvaneth holding her bag. No, it's just the... Oh, you mean... Yeah.
Dives, disappears. Tent closed.
Duvaneth will look up at the sky knowing it was threatening rain and just sort of roll her eyes.
If you would like, Duvon, if you can stay in the tent, I don't mind being outside.
No, it's okay, Sol. And honestly, I don't really take up that much room anyway. So if it starts raining, I'll just come in and sit at your
Namira.
feet like a cat or something.
Hi. What's up?
Do either of you have any spare tents or bedrolls or any supplies at all?
Ishiamu, yes, we... no, we don't.
Ishan! Do you have any spare supplies?
What kind of spear supplies are you looking for?
Anything pertaining to being able to have cover, to be able to sleep on, something of that.
I'll see what we can manage. But I think as someone who's taking point, Azon is taking point, Namira. And there's just like a really tense moment where they're both staring at each other, and Namira goes, "Very well. I'll remember this when I get home, though." Ishiam will stand up. I think we can spare a lean to. We didn't bring any tents. We just sleep in hammocks in the tents, but we can. I can make something for all of us. Or you are.
Thank you very much.
He just
It
grabs
means
his spear and walks off and starts like hacking at stuff.
a lot.
So
Oh.
Azon, how are you doing?
Oh, very well. I recovered quickly after almost being stabbed to death.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You were there for it.
Yes. Yes, I was. So you've finished your honeymoon already?
Honeymoon?
Fuck. I'm sorry. There's a wild creature currently bothering me.
Ma, what you drinking?
It's sparkling pink lemonade because I love lemonade. And it came in a cool bottle. No.
Anyways.
Okay.
Those up.
Anyways, yes. You got married right before you were stabbed.
Mm-hmm. We don't do honeymoons.
Oh, my bad.
Mm.
Am I in distance to listen to this?
Oh yeah.
Cool. Upon picking up the fact that Soul just said you were stabbed after your wedding, and he agreed when he was actually stabbed before, his wedding, I'm going to make an insight check on this guy.
All right, go for it.
Boo.
Oh.
Also, you can make an insight check on Soul, and he will be completely honest because I forgot when he was stabbed.
No,
we
that's
killed
okay.
Coyote and then they got married.
Okay, I forgot. I thought it was the other way around.
You're sort of studying his mannerisms, getting a beat on it. You haven't spent as much time around Azon as you have around Jabal. You can detect that he's a bit more in his element. Whereas Jabal seemed more comfortable in the towns and houses and other things like that. Azon had always been a little. He seems more at peace, and this does, for all intents and purposes, seem like the Azon that you all know and love.
Okay. That puts Duvali's suspicions a little bit to rest, seeing as the concern she had was that it was going to be one of Coyote's goons disguised, and they seemed like creatures of leisure, so they would probably not be doing very well out here. So, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Soul.
Yes, well, that's interesting. I didn't know that about Chilton weddings. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to interview you. I haven't seen you in a while.
No, and it's suspicious to be confronted at such a convenient time.
Convenient? I mean, was I supposed to discuss this to make idle chit chat while we were being hunted by undead?
What?
I'm
No.
just.
No, I was sent by Jabal to successfully cover the person being sacrificed by Gronger, at least to survey the situation at hand. Which does bring me to my next question. I'll talk about it later. Are we taking watch tonight? How are we doing this? I assume that none of us will kind of gesture between him and the other two. Will be taking watch.
Somebody else may have to take watch. I need to sleep off this exhaustion that I have incurred.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we always welcome a extra set of eyes, but we definitely prefer to have,
Familiar eyes.
familiar eyes on.
Still the dog, there's something that I will need to discuss in private with you. Maybe we can both take watch to do that?
Yes, of course, Aslan.
Thank you. Thank you. He'll kind of give a stilted nod of his head and sort of meander over to one of the rain catchers, kind of fiddling with it to make himself busy.
So, let me guess. Creepy middle of the night shift for me again? I'm guessing?
Probably.
Okay. All right. Well, I should get to getting some sleep, and she'll just like prop her back against a tree and close her eyes and start trancing.
Mm-hmm. I'll take over. Come wake Azan and I when. Jet, when do you want to take watch? Since it's a little bit weird tonight, and Duvalith is trancing at the moment.
I'm still wide awake from, not seeing everybody until I finally got my necklace back, so I can stay up for the first one.
Alright, then, since Duvalith needs a full 4 hours, actually, if we don't mind keeping the campfire up during the nights, Azan and I can take the midnight watch, so you can get a full night's rest, Duvalith.
Sounds good. But however you want to do it.
So what times are you taking?
After your shift, and then Duvalith is taking 3 and 4.
Okay, so I just want to make sure so Jet knows who to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, can you guys draw out your watch time, if you guys know what I mean? All right,
got it.
Several more things. Kawashaka is just sort of getting yourself situated. Ishiam has set up lean-tos for the rest of the people sort of stuck outside. Princess Mizunari will kind of sneak out of her tent, look around wildly, kind of like look at Duvadath a little spooked, then sneak past the fire, hold out the dagger to you, hilt first.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Your Majesty. And he takes it respectfully with a nod.
Mm-hmm. I've written out the current setup, Fish.
Dip, dip, dip. Dip, 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 dip. Okay.
Are you faring well so far?
Is that a question you're asking for niceties, or a question you want me to truthfully answer?
Well, truthfully, I know you are in extreme pain.
My feet hurt, my spine hurts, every part of me hurts.
Did you want more of the painkillers?
No, I haven't taken those yet. I'm about to.
Okay, good.
Which reminds me, can you check on me in like an hour and make sure I didn't like overdose and then die in my sleep?
Are you going to take both vials I gave you at the same time?
Yeah?
No, you take one and then wait a couple hours. If it seems like it's doing nothing, then you can take the other one.
Oh, I'm really glad I asked before I took both vials at once. Because that would have been really bad.
Yes, it would have been extremely bad. I'm also glad you asked me before you decide to.
Yes. She'll pause for a moment, and then she'll take a step closer to Koashok and hold her arms out, not looking at him.
Cole extends his arms as well, and he gives, like, he embraces her for a moment, and then lets go.
She pats exactly twice, like mechanically, and the second the embrace ends, she's like in the tent.
Awkward Omuan hug.
Yes, that's
Awkward
what I'm
Omuan
saying,
hug.
dang it.
Pat, pat.
Fucking beat me to my own joke. Fuck.
And you all call me awkward. I just want to put that out there.
All right, everyone. Retires for the night. So as we're setting into camp, and for no discernible reason, when you guys take watch, how do you do that? Where are your packs, for example, as you take watch? You know what I mean?
Soul is taking watch, like, right, like, here, so he can keep an eye on both, like, the sides of Koskal's tent and the front, and then he would request that Azan sort of, like, go right there. And he would keep his pack next to him, where he
Okay.
can see it.
Dubonov trances, like, sitting uncomfortably on top of her pack because she's paranoid, but during her actual guard shift, she is not stationary, especially as it gets earlier and earlier in the morning. She wanders, and she spends a extra amount of time analyzing the gear and things that Nymeria and the lot have brought with them, looking for anything potentially suspicious, and then she'll sort of meander back towards her own equipment and then make the rounds again, just consistently analyzing, trying to figure out what their deal is just based on what they brought with them.
Okay. Oh, Devon is taking like all the watches. Jet, how do you take watch? Where do you keep your pack?
Jet's gonna use his pack to lean against right in front of the tent, and essentially just be right there and essentially talk to Raylan, but still keep an eye out on things, but essentially pay attention to Raylan for the night.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what
Yeah.
Raylan,
Jet,
do you even-
I don't need a therapist. I have a snake.
Exactly. How do I get a vest for you so you can be a therapy snake, so I can take you into food, into
A service
restaurant-
flying snake.
Service flying snake.
Watches are supposed to be about outside threats. Dubonov, the call is coming from inside the house.
Jet, your watch is pretty peaceful. As your watch goes on, there's definitely some light pitter-patter, but no actual rain. It's mostly just kind of annoying. So, you take watch with Azon.
Also for reference, like, he has his like, he's sort of like leaning like his elbow on his pack, and like on the side of his pack is Duvalis' dagger, just in case. But yep, he will take his watch with Azon. So what's up?
It's maybe 10 minutes into your watch. Have you seen Jobal?
Not since we left.
Fuck.
Why do you ask? Is he missing?
Yes, we left together, and sometimes this has happened. We've had to split apart while we're out in the jungle for different things, but it was. We separated, I want to say a little bit after we had left my ancestral home.
Where's your ancestral home?
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, that's fair.
But we can't communicate when we're apart. We don't have sending stones or any. We don't have those luxuries. But I know this. I know that there's something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to bring it up with you because I thought you'd get it.
Yeah, a little bit. When was the last time you saw him?
Maybe 4 days ago.
And you lost him while you were in the jungle?
I'd say so. Again, we were separated, but it's a feeling. I just know that something's wrong. I just thought maybe you'd run into him. You don't have to keep an eye out for him. Nitty's fine. Everything's fine. We're just...
No, you're fine. How have things been in Port Nyanzaru?
His face relaxes as you sort of bring up a different conversation. Very good.
Oh.
Santhi abdicated. The 2 merchant princes have been pretty phenomenal so far.
Who's in charge of Zanthi's place now?
Who do you think?
He didn't quite seem the type.
Are we talking about the same person?
Who do you think I'm talking about?
I don't know. We're both talking about Shago, right?
Yes, we're talking about Shago.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
But-
I thought maybe something happened and there was another... I'm on edge.
No, you're fair. The 2... whatever they were that was with Quayo, they are still out there. So...
Yeah.
Who knows what's up with that?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's Shago. I don't think an incubus or a succubus could mimic the level of Shago-ness Shago has.
That is true. Also, I was...
It has been a little bit difficult. He's not as political savvy as, well, his mother was, or Jobal, or even Nitty. He's
He
been
wasn't
having a
raised
hard...
to do it. He was raised to be a king.
Maybe. I certainly wasn't there. I don't know.
Well, that's interesting to know. I forget where... is Alita still staying with you, or was she always staying with Sansui? I forget.
No, Alita left with the company of the Yellow Banner.
What? Oh, Jabal gave them permission to go out?
A merchant prince gave them permission to go out. Unfortunately for Jobal, after we were married, we are considered one entity, so...
Let them go out.
I let them go out. It's very hard for Jabal to stay mad at me.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I hope they're doing alright. I'll have to... Actually, if you want to get a note out to Jobal, Jet is capable of casting Sending.
What's your passive insight?
Not that high. Passive insight is 10.
Okay. As you're sort of adjusting and talking to Azon, he kind of keeps fiddling with his gloves and with his hands, sort of brushing his arm almost a little bit, like there's something lodged in there. And
Is everything all right? Hold it. So, you know, you don't have to hide anything.
Are you sure, Solidago?
No. Well, no, but I'm positive that if there's something going wrong, it's better to note than not.
If I asked you for something straight up, would you give it to me, Solidago? Especially if it meant avoiding future problems.
It depends on what it is.
I need the book. Shago needs the book.
I'm afraid I don't know what book you're talking about.
The whole level will look at you.
Oh, right, that book.
Did you actually forget?
No, I was thinking of a different book.
Oh, which book were you thinking about? You don't need to tell me if it's not the one we're talking about. Jabal usually does this.
I apologize, Azan, but whatever is in that book, it doesn't even really matter all that much. It's mainly stuff about you and Joel, stuff that you guys would already know. And the rest is all gibberish. Nothing.
It matters to us. You're not going to convince me otherwise. Me and my husband, if we went for something like this, we wouldn't choose so casually. Is that a yes or a no, Solidago?
So just sort of like levels a look at Azon. That's not something that I personally can decide. This is something for the group as a whole.
Okay. You're right. He's gonna snap his fingers and cast Hypnotic Pattern right here. Make me a Wisdom saving throw.
Hold it. No, hold it. This is, do I have Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
I have an inspiration. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
16.
Alright, you just kind of meet the edges of it, and you're able to resist the flashing lights.
Alright.
There's a
Go ahead.
scowl on his face, and he's going to give a hop over it and sort of brace himself. Then he's going to think twice about that and go right here and kind of thrust his hand forward and pull out a wand. So the doggo, I very, 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 very much do not want to make a fight out of this. Please pass the book over. If it gets in the hands of someone wrong, we'll kind of gesture over looking at the people hiding at the lean-tos. it could prove the death of me and my family. We starved for your daughter, Solidago. Please give us the book. And, let's roll into initiative.
Oh, shit. Okay. Is it just me and Azan rolling?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. If anyone in the chat wants to give Echo another inspiration, because I'm all out of them.
Divanith, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception. Not as high as you'd think. 13. I think
Okay.
Cole's is actually probably higher.
His is also, I think his is also 13.
Alright. Yeah, everything,
Fuck. Am I able to get starting remarks out first before initiative?
Sure. Just because initiative's out doesn't necessarily mean it's in combat.
Okay, cool. So we'll just sort of like calmly look at the wand and hand still on dagger hilt behind his backpack. I don't want this to be a fight either. It can wait until morning. You're going to be stuck here anyways.
Solidago, I never pick a situation that I can't escape from.
Alright. Then I apologize, but I cannot give you the book.
Why?
Because I don't... Leave it alone. I like you and Jobal. I trust you with my children, with my child, but there's a difference between a child and the lives of a lot of people. I trust you, but I do not trust merchant princes.
I should have approached Divanith about this.
You
Elf
probably
girl,
should have.
wake up. Divanith? Can you nudge her awake?
She's sleeping right now. I can wait until morning.
Okay. He's going to tiptoe kind of in between and kick Divanith.
If it's hard enough to like actually do damage or like get close to doing damage, so we'll like reach out and like grab her foot and like stop her. Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not anywhere near close to doing damage.
Okay.
But like kick. Holy shit. What do you want for the book? I just need the book.
What do you need it for? Well, you already said. That's not the point. It's the fact that it's not my property, it's the group's property, and even then it's...
If Fawn's throw it in the fire then. Throw it in the fire. That way we both win.
It will have to wait until the group is awake. I cannot make those decisions on my own. We can toss in the fire in the morning.
Alright, wake them up.
They're sleeping. We've been
Wake
running.
them up.
No. We are not in Port Yanzaru. You do not get to order me around.
Alright, is that your turn?
If I guess.
Okay.
So, Sol is like bracing his arm in case Azon tries to steal his backpack.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Mm-hmm. I think he's actually kind of good at. Oh shit, he's actually kind of really good at this. Ugh, a 15.
Ezon clutches his wand, and there's like conflict happening there. You see his face twist into a sneer, and this is the ugliest you've ever seen him. And he'll grip it, kind of raise it, and just as he's like, fine. For morning.
Very well. He will
And he's
pet.
going to walk over to a tree, put his head into it, and just kind of stand like that.
While Azon is all the way over there, Soul's going to reach into his pack, and Azon's like properly distracted over there, right?
As far as you can tell. You can try and get a better look if you want.
He seems far enough away at the moment. He'll quietly say, Duvaneth.
Call me Elf
Oh.
one more time.
Oh, he's actually asleep. Who'd have thunk? He will go ahead and commit some minor book vandalism, and using his dagger, he will replace the cover of the book that the penny novel and Afon's book, and trade them out. Just in case.
Make a sleight of hand check, or
Yeah, he's
Yeah, that's-
doing so very quietly. If it sounds like Afon's coming back, it just goes right back into his book. Into his bag. Ugh, a 6. Never mind.
okay. I mean, you're able to do that. How good it is, you don't know.
Yeah. Eh. He wasn't planning on doing
okay.
anything with Afon's notebook anyways.
The rest of your watch goes smoothly.
Alright. At some point in time, he will sort of look over at Azan and make sure he's okay.
Make an insight check.
– 14.
No, he's having the worst night of his life.
Okay. Soul will stand back still on him, like holding it like under his arm, being careful, and he will like walk close enough so that way Azon can hear him.
You also get the feeling that if you try and talk to Azon, a fight will happen.
Okay, cool. Never mind then. Soul will go through the rest of his watch.
At some point, Azon will retire, sort of hefting himself up in a tree and reclining on a branch. And Duvaneth.
Oh, is it time for my watch? It feels like time for my watch. Yeah, she's just going to quietly, like with intention to be quietly, which for her means that she will be reasonably quiet. Make her way, sort of weaving in and out of the trees and observing the sort of folks that they ran into in the jungle, Azan, Nymeria, the other gentleman whose name I'm forgetting.
Ashiana.
Trying to get a sort of like look at their equipment, see how long they've been out here, maybe see if there's any sort of indications of something that might be like off or odd. Like the equipment looks like it didn't come from Port Nyanzaru, for example, or things like that.
When Soul wakes up Duvaneth to take on the watch, he'll just very carefully say, "Keep an eye on Azon, all right?" And he will
Why?
also enjoy a good book. Hang on to that. And he will pass over the penny novel.
So you know I don't read this kind of garbage.
Yeah, well, don't let Azon either.
Okay, it's way too late. Got it. And she'll like tuck it under her arm or something as she goes about her watch.
All right, Giovanna, as you're sort of surveying over the items and stuff like that, Namira and Ishiam are sleeping together in a lean-to. Ishiam's spread out and Namira's laid on top of him, and the two are sleeping rather peacefully, definitely comfortable. Getting a read on their equipment, make an investigation check.
Sure.
Nice.
All right. As you're sort of getting a read on their equipment, it's definitely not from Port Nyanzaru. Port Nyanzaru tends to use lighter natural materials that don't gather as much moisture as what appears to be wool. Their equipment is definitely handmade. It's not manufactured from anywhere else on the Sword Coast, but it's made out of a weird, webby wool. And it also isn't colored or made unique in any type of way. It's not anything you've seen before or have an idea for. Azon's things are kept pretty tightly to him, but they all definitely seem Port Nyanzaru made. You've seen the equipment on him before. And you also see Kawashak tiptoeing his way out of camp.
I follow him.
Cool. I need a stealth check from Duvaneth. Oh, crap. Oh no, you get advantage. Okay.
Boy.
I'm
You're just
not
like, oh god.
with 10?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Alright. Kawashak, as you're tiptoeing out of camp, there's light rain pitter-pattering, mist swelling up from the heat of the ground, and for all intents and purposes, you're safe to go.
He walks out into the jungle a little bit, and while he does look around to see if he's being followed, Duvaneth is a sneaky girl, and so he doesn't see her. Once he feels like he's a good enough ways away from the camp, he like pauses and he takes something out of his pocket and he like presses his thumb to the side, and out of this little stone you hear a language that you don't recognize.
And it glows a soft blue.
What does the language sound like? Like this, the actual sounds of the language, like hard consonants, things like that. Because Duvaneth wants to ask Jet, since she knows he's good with languages.
Harsh, guttural, a lot of clipped words.
Cool. That means nothing to me.
After like it plays for a couple seconds, you see like he seems to like scrunch up, and he looks around for anything on the ground. He picks like the first thing he sees up and he just throws it at a tree.
The branch bounces off the tree.
And it takes him a couple moments before he takes a deep breath and he speaks back into the stone the same language that you heard come out of it. It, like, you don't know the language very well, but you know, at this point, you know when Cole is upset. It's like he's telling someone off. And he does that, he shoves the rock back in his pocket, and he drags his hand through his hair. He cracks his neck and he turns around. And makes his way back to...
About halfway back to camp, Duvanith will step out of the underbrush behind Cole and say, "So, what's the good news?"
Ooh. Cole freezes. He turns back around. And he says to her in Elvish, "I knew it would be you."
Oh, you wanted a response from me. Well, of course it was going to be me.
Of course I was going to. The good news is we're safe for the most part. The bad news is I'm very upset.
I got that. I got the upset part. What? Who's on the other side of that?
Someone I care about very.
Oh. Then why are you so upset?
Because he's made some decisions that I do not agree with, despite me saying that there's no reason for these things to happen. And he just doesn't seem to listen when he gets like this. I don't very much care.
Huh. I mean, that'll happen. Quarrels is just a friend, special friend, specialist friend.
He's a special friend.
Got it. Cool. So you speak Elvish?
Yes, it a lie.
What language was it that you were speaking into the stone? I've never heard anything like that. And at which point you'll hear her go, and if you speak Orcish, she speaks Orcish.
Oh man, let me see. I have the languages. He tilts his head and he shakes it. I know that that's Orcish, but I never studied it.
Yeah. But, so, was that some sort of local Chulten dialect? It just, I don't know, sounded odd.
Yes, it is.
Checks out.
1 second. Make a roll.
Like a general roll?
I'll let you know in a second.
She has to bring the keyboard back.
Is it persuasive or deception? Do we know? We don't.
Well.
Yes, Jazz.
Hold 1 second.
My passive insight being 16.
Yeah, Duvaneth, as you're sort of looking at Koashok, you have had time to adjust and get a radar on him. You're also a little bit familiar with how Chulten sounds. And it isn't particularly guttural like that.
Cool. Duvaneth will sort of smile and say, you know, you didn't have to do it in secret. You should really be getting some rest after staying up with the princess all night last night. Or, you know, we're going to need you to forage, and we've got God knows how many people we've got to fucking feed before we get to Kir Sabal. And she'll just drone on like that.
The other two can take care of themselves. I could give less of a shit about the both of them.
Yeah, they how attractive they are made me instantly uncomfortable.
Duvaneth, you know, Cole looks just as attractive as the other two.
Yeah, well, the brief silence, and Duvaneth will say, and I'm just saying that I wasn't comfortable when you started with the party either, so...
And it's completely fair. I want to reassure you, though, that everything that I do for the group is centered around you three. Whatever they have with them, I don't care. Foraging, whatever I find, is for you. And only for you.
Well, if they need to eat, we need to feed them. Or need to help the best we can. They helped us. Presumably they're the ones who cut that hole in the sidewall of the maze. Saved us running into that undead again.
I see you guys. Shut up. Well, I wouldn't doubt it. It seems like something.
Well, get back to sleep. We've got a trip ahead of us.
Duvaneth, before we go, do you trust me to keep you safe?
No,
That's fair.
because I don't trust anybody to keep me safe. And she'll pat him on the back.
Well, for some reason that's more comforting. And he gives a little nose scrunch and walks back to her. All things considered, he doesn't seem particularly... I'm gonna say this, you don't need to make it. He seems like a little concerned that you found out, but not like, oh no. It's more like, great.
Cool. She'll spend the rest of her watch throwing a dagger into a tree or something.
All right, and
And the tree will be oddly close to the camp where not Izan, but the other two are. Just a loud thumping noise about 2 hours before they're supposed to be waking up.
And it's Isham will wake up at several points and give Duvaneth a dirty look and then roll over. Another hour goes by and he's like, is this necessary?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Is this necessary?
Oh,
We're trying to sleep.
oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see you guys there. She'll take it out of the tree and go find another tree.
Nearby.
10 feet.
5 feet.
Yeah, she goes from throwing daggers at a tree next to theirs and just hitting theirs.
In the tent, somewhere Cole's just like. Literally, it was one scene, y'all. Now the whole chat.
Now the whole chat.
Listen, as soon as someone says, bumbles around saying that someone is attractive, it's immediately like, chip.
No, this was
Let's see how
before.
far
No,
it goes.
Mark said it before Cole said he was just as
No,
attractive.
that was during, because I was about to make the same exact fucking joke before Mark made it.
All right. And the morning arrives, and with it, a new set of problems. As the group wakes up, and we're about to hit the end of the session, Azon and most likely Solidago's input raise the situation. The book needs to be discussed. With the whole situation safe, Azon and his two compatriots will likely stay with the group for 2 or 3 days, depending on how things go, but they will have to split before meeting Kirsabal. And with that, we will end
Oh, okay.
today's session.
Nice.
Man, ending early.
Yeah.
I know, right?
We are probably going to do the Azon discussion in text, because I want next week's section to be all travel, boys.
Woo! Hex crawl,
Um,
baby!
Before Azon like comes back to the group and like gets a chance to like talk about it, Soul would like wake up Jet like immediately, basically, before like Azon can talk and be like, by the way, can you send a message to Jobal, please?
About what?
Just checking in on him, asking how he is.
Okay.
And if Azon's with him.
Okay.
Like right now.
Which I'll do in text RP because I was trying to say I have to go. I'll be back in like 10 minutes for my son.
You are not allowed to send the spell.
What?
The spell doesn't go through. It does not leave Jet. When you try to grab for Jobal's string, there's nothing. And that's where we're on tonight's session. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Fish, your nighttime lover, your best friend, and a horrible person.
Pretty much.
Thank you guys for joining us. Also, Kolvaneth
Kolvan confirms.
It's time to do violence.
It's fucking time to
Alright,
do
guys.
violence.
Have a good night. Bye.
Bye!